Alright, what is going on, everyone? It is your boy Mark Quizzle here, and I'm just gonna stop with my intros, like the little music and the shitty picture, just because it's so bad. Like, if I get an actual intro, then I might start putting it up again there. But I'm gonna leave my outro the same just because no one really stays around for the outro, because I would put myself in the description anyways. So, if you want to know any of my social media, make sure to go on there. But as you can tell by the title, this is gonna be the story of the first time I ever smoked weed and the best time. And what I want to do is I want to set a like goal of just 5 likes. That's all I need. And I'll do a part two of the worst time I ever smoked weed, which that that story deserves a whole video on its own, just because it was pretty bad. So if you want to hear about that, make sure to like the video. We gotta get this thing up to 5 likes. But the first time I ever smoked, I'm just gonna make up some dude's name. Can't really name drop anyone, but let's call him Fred. All right, so me and Fred, we went to the same church. I was probably about 13, I think, and we would always hang out because he was pretty much the only other boy around my age. And then, so what we did, there's like this little gymnasium thing that's near the church. So what we did before we went into the gym, we went back into the woods, and then he pulled out like this really nice looking pipe, like the one that they be smoking in cartoons, like those. So then he packed the bowl, we all smoked, and then I think we had another. To be honest, that was like 6 years ago, so I don't fully remember. And the whole time, like when we went back inside, like into the gym, like the whole time I kind of felt pretty normal until like 15 minutes later when it finally started hitting me. It's not as bad as when I did it, like maybe like a couple years ago or whatever. Like, it wasn't as bad as that because I didn't really have the munchies or anything like that. Like, I guess you could say I was buzzed. I wasn't high, really high or anything like that, but I was feeling it. So pretty much for the rest of the night, which it was probably around, like when we went back, it was probably around like maybe 7, so it was only like an hour left until we had to leave. So after the hour passes, I would always ride with, like, I think it was my sister's friends or something like that. I'd ride with them, and then they take us back to our house. So during the ride, I wasn't stoned or anything like that. I don't even think I was buzzed anymore. But I want to pass that. Now, this is really the hardest one. This is gonna be the best time I have ever smoked weed, which is really, it's really hard to figure out the best time because because it's both. I've had a lot of them, and I also can't remember some. I would pick a top two, but then it's not really the best of one. But I think the best one that makes me laugh the most even now is, all right. So my senior year in high school, I joined the fishing team. I don't really know why. Like, I don't like fishing competitively. I just do it for fun. But me and one of my friends, we were on the same team, and then we all, me and him, we stayed at his house, and two other friends came, and we all smoked. And actually, one of the other friends that we all stayed together with, he was on another team in the fishing team. But we all smoked maybe like, I can't remember. I think it was like 2 blunts and 2 bowls. And of course, my my other two friends, not the one I stayed with, but the other two, they tapped out. And then me and a friend that I stayed with, we have this ongoing joke. Well, it's actually two of them. One is away we go, and we always say that before every time we smoke. And another one, since every time we smoke in a group, we're always the last two. We just say, I guess it's just the two of us. One thing about that is, every time I think about that, I think about that song. I think it's just the two of us by Eminem. Just because it goes so well with it. So after me and my, I'll call him friend one, two and three. I mean, they pretty much did the same thing the whole night. But all right, so me and friend one, we go back to the house. We go inside, and I'm pretty sure friend 2 and 3, they're just laying down watching TV or something like that. And we just come in, we lay down, we look at each other, we start laughing. And then friend 2 and 3, they look over, they start laughing. And then we're all just laughing for like 5 minutes at nothing. And then, like, the reason we all stayed together, well, except for one of the other friends, friend I guess 3, he wasn't part of the fishing team, so he had to go somewhere else the next morning. I don't really know where. But me, friend 1, and friend 4, we were all on the fishing team. We were just on different teams. So what happened is that we stayed up until like maybe, I think like 4 in the morning, and I think it actually might have been 4:30 in the morning, and we had to leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning, because the place we had to go fishing at the next morning was like 2 hours away, and we had to be there by like 7. So we got like 30 minutes of sleep that night, and then during the tournament, we were sleeping the whole time. Me and friend 1, we were on the same team, so we were with his grandfather, and what happened is that we were dead tired, so every time we went to sleep, we'd either wake up in a new spot, or we'd be moving, like, in the boat, and it was just crazy, because I was actually about to go insane or something, because I felt like I had no idea what was going on. I don't remember if this is the same time or not, but I also remember one time that we started fishing with a donut. I don't know why. Probably it's just because we weren't part of the fishing team just to actually go fishing. I guess if anything, we just wanted something to do, so then we could fuck around all the time. But that's pretty much all it was for. And that's pretty much the end of these stories. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want that second part of this video, then make sure to like the video. Like it as much as you can. Share it on all social media so other people can like it. Because I want to do this video. I feel like you guys would enjoy it as much as I would enjoy telling it, because every time I get reminded of it or tell someone, I'm always laughing about it, because even though it's my worst time, it's still pretty funny to reflect on it. Like, I don't really condone doing drugs or anything like that. Like, I feel like if you do it, it's your own responsibility. Like, don't say, oh, this person got me addicted, this person got me into it. Like, I feel like it's your own responsibility to do what you think is good. Like, I have friends that don't smoke, who hate it, who like it, all that stuff. I've dated people who like doing it, who don't like it at all. Like, I've been around all those types of people, and I just feel like it's whatever you want to do. Like, you can't blame someone for you getting addicted unless they're, like, legit forcing you to smoke it every time. Like, if they're asking you and you say yes every time, then that's kind of on you, because you're the one accepting it every single time. But that's just my thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm saying it again, but like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, another thing I want to say is that there's a point in my life where I would
2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more.